Hello, I am Fallen, and welcome to One Block. Give me a minute, I am setting a timer. I might regret this, but I'm setting it for an hour. We'll see how well this goes. I should not slap my mouse onto the floor, and I should put on my glasses. I am a professional. Anyway, come get this book. I could explore over here. We could also technically cheat, because we can pick these. And I'm going to. This does not have keep inventory on, because in order to make the map work properly, I can't mess with the settings. So, it is what it is. And if we die, we're kind of screwed. Mushroom, shut up! Hush! Ow. What? I turned that corner a little too sharply. We're not really gonna need food for a little while, but I do want to get these berries fairly early. Because it's gonna take us a while till we get there. So, one block. Progressing the one block. Hire help, biome blocks, and gnomes. We'll get to the gnomes and biome blocks later. For every 750 blocks mined, there will be a little thing at the top. Someone will appear and they will sell us stuff. Will not be important for a while. Anyway, it goes plains, cave, desert, savanna, lush caves, jungle, snowy forest, ocean, deep dark forest, mushroom, I don't know, mangrove, nether, end, and infinite. I am kind of nervous for this one, because mobs can spawn from the one block. I have never gotten that far. The furthest I've gotten in this is the ocean. So I'm very, very nervous for what we'll be getting ourselves into. But let's go. And I kind of want the one block to be up, so we're gonna go down. And just, you know what, circle it, why not? Sorry. I'm also eating a popsicle. I apologize. I'm a professional, I promise. We'll just... This will most likely get blown up. Do not be surprised. Oh, nice. We got an axe. Oh, we got lots of good stuff. Okay. Beetroot seeds, carrot, some more food. Good stuff. Wait, I have an axe. I might as well use it. And we now need... Move this up here. Hi! Okay. So we're gonna go here. Might not be the best idea to go down like this, but it's fine. Oh. Yeah, so if we kind of fall right next to the one block, same with items, if they fall right next to the one block, they kind of just get teleported up on top of it. Which kind of helps us out, but also is very annoying later on. I want more of this, and more of this. Cal, you be careful. Can you actually move? That would be appreciated. Move. I need that dirt beneath you. Oh, hi. The fuck? Why do you have potato skins?
I just said Doge gave them to me. Can you hear?
No. No, it's not. Clearly. Dog, I will slap you. Get your nose away from my food. Mm-mm. Oh, wow. Hmm. Those are pretty good, actually. They're very bacony. I don't really know what way I want to go, so I'm just gonna go here. 3, 5 should be about good. Alright. Oh, do I have iron? No, I do not. Close your eyes. Or diamond. Oh. Hmm? So here's my plan. All of these slabs that I'm placing down right now will eventually, one day at some point, be replaced entirely by obsidian. And that is because explodey things can come from the block, and I don't want to deal with it. And if it's obsidian, I don't have to deal with it. I also want to seal off the original one block. Later on, when we get the other things, the other, like, one blocks that we can get, I will get miners for them, and we'll get to all of that. But, so my base plan is all of this will eventually be obsidian, and then we will have a giant column going all the way up with all of the different types of blocks that you can get, followed by the gnomes. I still don't have any iron apple, do I? Damn, I have had horrible luck. Please break the wooden pickaxe. Okay. Because we have two. Our first piece of iron. We do have a chest. Did this give us anything really good? No. Of course not. I will make a furnace. And for now, we'll just put you there. I hope none of this light's on fire. I didn't really think this through. Oh well. Ooh. That was stupid. Sorry, buddy. Nice. Okay, we finally have enough. And you know what, we're gonna get a crap ton of coal, so I don't really care. Oh, hi. Shit. That's what I wanted. First diamond. Finally. Okay. Start to get kind of full, so we're just gonna go this way. So I'm probably going to surround all of this by... Actually, I could do this now. Get an idea of what I'm talking about. Damn it. I just built chips everywhere. No. Oh, Lord. I made a mess. And this one wouldn't be here. Cow, move. Cow, move. Move. Okay. Cow. I will just push you off. You rat. Move. Okay, so. You too. Move. Move over. Pig. And you killed the pig. Stop being an ass. Okay. Like that. No, it's gonna have to be one higher, actually. It has to be one higher because I need at least a 3x3. Hey, Doge.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Mentally ill.
Yeah, fair enough. It needs to at least be 3x3 because we're gonna get some big animals like the pandas and other stuff. Mm-hmm. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Excuse me.
And this pathway will now be stunted by dirt. I think. No, that wouldn't be right because cobble. Damn it. I don't know what I'm doing. I think grass can spread from the one block, but I could be wrong. We're gonna see how well this goes. We're gonna smelt all the iron. So this is gonna be our garden slash corral for the non-killy animals. Like wolves, they kill things. I don't want wolves with sheep because the wolves will eat the sheep.
Oh, damn Yellowstone issue.
Mm-hmm. And just to make this even more reasonable. 3, 5.
Are you live streaming?
No, I'm recording videos.
Oh, so they actually have an issue by Yellowstone of livestock, grizzly bears Grizzly bear.
1, 2, 3. Did I miscount that? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay. Livestock grizzly bears?
Yeah, so grizzly bears come and they eat like baby cows.
It doesn't look like it's spreading,
Environmentalists
but it
say,
could also
well,
just
we'll
be.
pay for every cow
Ah!
that got eaten. No, that's not the point. Grizzly bears are coming in and attacking my cows. It scares the other cows, that kind of stuff. Well, maybe if we got a whole bunch of money, we could put electric fences and trap the bears up in the mountains. But there's bears on my property because I own a whole shit ton of land with 3 mountains on it. You know?
Yeah, that. Definitely a problem.
So stop eating meat.
That sheep just casually walked on top of that pig. Look, I made you an area. You want the grass, don't you? Cow, where are your other cows? Where's the baby? I saw him go over there. What the hell did you do to your baby? Cow.
You lost the baby?
We are floating above the void. We are floating above nothingness. If the baby is lost, that means it probably fell.
Yeah.
Did you push your baby off the edge?
Oh, did you not put up a fence?
I don't have resources for a fence.
Oh, Kentucky.
Don't kill this one.
Yeah, I don't know if I like these taters.
They didn't turn out that bad, but they're kind of just different because we don't really get them. Or really eat stuff like that.
Scallop taters, in my opinion, they're select stuff taters. This has like cheese stuff and taters.
Are mush taters not considered taters in your eyes?
They're just different. But like we already had to talk about consistency issues. Like that's why I don't like yogurt.
Yeah.
So it's different. And then in my mind, automatically jumps to overcooked taters because they're half mushy.
Will you spread more dirt? No. I told you, do not kill this one. That does not mean push them near the edge and try to kill them. That is the opposite of what I fucking said. Is it not? Oh. I have 3. You asshole cow. The cow just pushed the pig over to the edge.
Oh.
It's a good thing I have 3 pigs, because otherwise we'd be out of pig. And I can't guarantee we're getting any more.
You'd be doing that in the dark then.
That's essentially what I'm trying to do, is because...
Up in the sky.
Yeah, you literally start out with 1 block, and every time you break that block, it just regenerates. But that's all you really start with. You don't got nothing, so now I have to try and make everything out of basically nothing. And the cows and the pigs keep killing each other.
Are uncooperative.
They're very uncooperative. So far, the sheep seem okay. But also, they're kind of just walking on a tightrope of dirt. So, I don't know if that really constitutes as okay, but they're not killing each other, so that's good.
Can you spawn wings?
Later on you can kind of find wing-esque things, but I can't just fly. Come on, dirt. Spread. Nope. The only animal I don't really have to worry about is chickens, because chickens can lay eggs, and from eggs you can just get new chickens. Because it doesn't use the regular, rules where you need a rooster. Speaking of, I think my chicken fell over the edge too. Which sucks, but whatever.
Whoa.
There's other biomes that'll give me chicken.
I think I got a little COVID.
I've been dealing with that on and off for like the last week. It just does not want to go away.
Whoa.
There we go. Go in there. There we go. I should not walk around with lava. Don't you dare. This platform should be more than big enough for all of you to chill on. Just give it a minute for the grass to grow. You impatient rats. Okay, I need a chest area, so... Now let's start actually making room for a generator. This one can go out on its own because it's all cobblestone.
All it's gonna do is heat it up all night.
I'm just gonna make a barrel for now. Anything that I can't really stack. I'll put the saplings in there too for right this moment. Or just throw it all. Fuck it. Yeah, good enough.
Alrighty. Stay. Close. Corn first. Salt and pepper.
Hey Doge, how nice are you?
Extremely amazing.
How long do you estimate till Foods is done?
Probably about
When Foods is done, will you be nice and deliver?
yeah.
Yay! Come on. All I need is water. Can you give me that? Well, technically, I don't really need water. Because, well, there are different ways to get certain resources. Technically, all I need is everything from the one block, but I don't necessarily need a bucket of water. Because you can get a bucket of water through a few different ways without necessarily just getting a bucket. Like, you could wait till it rains and then it'll kind of just pool into like a container. I can't. Cauldron, that's what they're called. So if you make a cauldron and just set it out in the rain, it'll fill up with water. That's that's my issue on my other one block, is I set up a system to make infinite lava, but I didn't have it all covered because I didn't have enough lava, and then it rained, so half of my lava cauldrons are now filled with water because I was the dumbass. Well, they're called cauldrons, but I guess that would... What's the difference?
Who named it? Which country you was from? I think sister was Roman.
Though Roman is also iffy because they kind of took over a lot of the world and then melded it together. So.
Stole a lot of technology.
Roman architecture, they're currently trying to still figure out why Roman architecture is still standing.
History.
Well,
But that brings me to, I heard this thing the other day. They were talking about, we are ripping down all like Confederate stuff from when the South seceded from the United States, and we're losing history. Like Rome conquered everything. Should we actually explode them things?
I can understand not having it just like...
History from us?
I can understand not having it just like out in the public, especially if it's like of darker stuff, because not everyone wants to like go over that every single time they like walk in a park. So I can kind of understand that. Same with like curse words. Not everyone wants to hear curse words every 20 seconds. And it's kind of a thing of where you are, certain things are appropriate, and where you are, other things are appropriate, depending on circumstance. I think it would be better than just tearing them down, kind of making a place specifically for them. Because even if it's a thing of just keeping the history there to have that knowledge of this is why it was like this.
So listen to this.
That's the point of museums,
So
is keeping
whatever they
that.
call arborists or whatever, they are like they study birds,
Yes.
like National Audubon, stuff like that. So birds
I should
are
be turning those into slabs.
named after
I'm not
like,
fixing
the
it.
people who discovered that certain kind of bird.
Mm-hmm.
So they can name it. So they said some of them are like Confederate States of America, General, whatever. So it's woodcock's bird, woodcock's longbill.
There is a town called Fuck. There are several places in the world called Fuck.
Always like best bird name I ever heard, titcock.
Of course.
Titcock.
I
Alright, say it.
I didn't get in trouble for it, but I did get basically told off by one of my teachers. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine back in high school, and it was near the end of the class. We had like 10 minutes left, and we're just screwing around because it was an art class. So we had done whatever we needed to learn, and we're just waiting for everything to be fired. And we got on the topic of stupid names for creatures, and we were going over like the blue-footed boobies and stuff like that, and the like parrot came over and it's like, you shouldn't be talking about that, and it's like, we're talking about animal names. We're not the ones who gave them that name. It's not our fault.
Yeah. But now, hold on. So the issue they're having is, so, like, they want to change the names of the birds that are named after people that they consider racist and have slaves and shit like that. So, general, whatever.
That one I don't know about. That one's an iffy one. Because after a certain point, the meaning or origin of a word is kind of lost. Like, the word fuck does not mean the same thing that it did 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, or 40 years ago. Same with the word gay.
Yep.
Gay does not mean the same thing that it did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And to an extent, whoever came up with that word, whoever came up with the original word is kind of pointless. Because the meaning will always change, and who came up with it is mostly forgotten.
Yes.
They're not the important ones. The word and what it means now and today is what is. So I don't see the point in changing that, because it's already going to change itself over time. That, or at the very least, the meaning of the word is going to change from what it is. Like, their interpretation of that bird is going to be different because it changes. That's the point of literature. That's the point of just speaking and all of that jazz.
Even now.
But that goes with everything, though.
Even
Everything.
now is totally different from what I was.
I have so much.
I have a story.
Okay, tell me your story.
I'm telling you a story. So, there is this show. It's a pretty cool show.
Okay.
It's called WKRP in Cincinnati.
Okay.
So it's a radio station, right?
Alright.
And they have like sports. They have this sports reporter guy. He's kind of a weird little guy. He's like 60 years old. Les Nessman is his name. And he goes on Cincinnati, Ohio. WKRP in Cincinnati, and it's a TV show. It has this big, boobied girl named Lonnie Anderson, famous movie star girlie.
Alrighty.
Alright? And this is, wait, I don't think you were even born yet.
Yeah, that's about 80% of the things you have watched.
Anyway, so Les Nessman, he's the news reporter guy. Sports reporter guy, right?
Alright.
So he just go in the locker room at the baseball stadium, and he interviews. And he used to be a farm reporter, and he's like 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so he's been doing this forever and ever, and he's the news reporter, the sports reporter for WKRP in Cincinnati.
Alright.
Right? So all of a sudden,
I have grass blocks. I can make this faster.
they call the radio station, and they say, Les Nessman is not allowed in here, into our locker room anymore after the game.
Why?
Why? They think he's homosexual.
Okay.
They think he's homosexual.
Okay.
Does it really matter? Yes, he can't come in here because there's like guys taking showers and they're not comfortable with this kind of stuff, right? And what it ends up at the end of the episode is, so Les Nessman was interviewing a guy, and he was asking him about,
ow! Dog! Get out!
You have special stuff that you put on top of your shoes because you put bags on your shoes when it's like raining.
Mm-hmm.
He had asked the baseball player, and then the baseball player says, "Yeah, I don't want my shoes wet; it'll mess up the leather." And then he walked away. And then the baseball player turned to his friend and said, "That's a queer little fellow." And then it goes from there and goes from there, and all of a sudden you're banned from because you're homosexual. And this is like 30 years ago, 40 years ago.
Mm.
And it was kind of controversial at the time because you don't say that. You don't say queer on TV. You don't say gay on TV.
Because if we don't say it, it doesn't exist. You don't see it, it's not there.
Unless you have parental... We even have that now. Like rated X movies, rated R movies.
Parental controls and stuff like that.
PG-13.
I still stand by. The way we go about it is a little wonky, but at least having forewarning for certain things. I understand, like, blood and gore, sex and stuff like that, but also my interpretation of what is and isn't appropriate is wonky as hell because I grew up with Family Guy, so I can't say much. But still, I do understand.
Half the country, I shouldn't let you watch that. I shouldn't let you watch that. You were way too young. According to...
That's why I understand why it's there, because everyone's different. Everyone has their own parenting styles. Everyone has their opinions of this, that, and other. And I do...
We had Mama.
Yeah, we had Mama. I do understand the mindset of wanting to kind of know what you're getting into before you get into it. And that's fair. If you want to know, you should be able to know, like, what am I getting into? What am I getting involved with? What am I about to see? Because if you go to watch a movie and you think it's like a kid's cartoon and it suddenly turns into blood and gore, that's not what you were expecting. That's not...
I told you about the Australian airplane with porn.
Yes,
Yes!
Oh!
And they couldn't turn it off. They couldn't turn it off.
We have also experienced this Doge with Hendricks Tale, or whatever it's called. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. But I'm gonna tell the story again. So, a few years ago, we went to the library and we bought this mausoleum of like 13 horror movies.
Yes.
We had no idea what they were, had never seen them, didn't even recognize the company. I'm pretty sure it was from a like non-American company, so no idea where it came from, what anything to do with it. But so we're like, okay, this is weird. Let's try it. Like, what's the harm in like buying maybe it'll be interesting. At the very least, it will probably be funny. So we're like, okay, let's go get them. We bring them home, and luckily, Brandy was out with like friends or something. I don't know where she was. I think she was spending the night at Kathy's. But she wasn't there, which is good. Because, so there were 13 movies, and I'm just like, okay, we don't know what any of these are. Mom, pick one. And so my mom picked one, and we started watching it. And it was very interesting, very weird at first. And then it turned into something completely different by the end. So here's what ended up happening. It's the story about this. It starts out with this guy going to this like old lady. And he was told that she is a necromancer and could help him bring back his late wife. So he's like, hey, will you help me resurrect my wife? And she's like, I will on one condition. I have a story for you, and if at the end of this story you still want to bring your wife back, then I'll bring her back. And he's like, okay. So he sits down on the couch, and she starts telling this tale about a guy named Hendrik. It was something like that. It was like Hayden Hendrik, something like that. But he has just gotten a note of his great uncle or whatever has died. So he has to book it across like the country to go inherit like this whatever from his uncle. So he starts traveling, and he comes across this weird show about an old guy who claims to be a necromancer. And he's like, okay, I'm interested. So he stops, he watches this show, and it's of this guy who shoves a dog in a box and then kills the dog. He then waves his hands over it, and there's growling heard from in the box. The dog pops out, but it's like this undead abomination of what was once a dog. Like, it is about to claw your face off kind of thing. So everyone's like, oh my gosh, what the hell is that? But they're also impressed because he did technically bring the dog back. After the show, Hendrik overhears this family go up to this guy, and they're like, we just lost our daughter. She was very, very sick and she died, and they're asking him to like bring back their daughter since he's a necromancer. He asks them for like $4 million. And they're like, we don't have that much. And so he explains, I can do it, but I need that much money because it takes a year off my life to resurrect things. So a year of my life might not be anything to you, but for me, it's a few $1 million. So he continues on his way, heading off, and eventually it turns nighttime and it begins storming. Not really having anywhere else to go, he stops by this like random house at the edge of the woods, and it's like, hey, could I just stay for the night, at least until the storm is over, because I don't have a place to stay. An old man answers the door. He's like, yeah, sure. So he lets the guy in. And he's like, as long as you don't bother my wife, we're fine. So Hendrik's like, okay, sure. They set him up. He gets some dinner, and he does see the wife, but she doesn't talk to him. Instead, she's just like staring out the window silently. And it's an old guy with a very, very young wife. She's like 20-something, and he's like in his 60s. So Hendrik's like, okay, something's weird here, but whatever. Not my place to stay. So the night passes by, Hendrik goes to bed, and then the storm gets really bad, and he ends up waking up in the middle of the night. He heads out, and he notices there's no sign of the wife, and the husband is kind of just sitting in the chair, staring at a now wide open door, kind of sobbing. Saying that I thought it was the right thing to do, I'm such a fool, and all of this other stuff. Hendrik, believing he did something to the wife, of course, goes up to this guy and is like, what the fuck did you do? Where's your wife? What's going on? And the old guy doesn't answer, just says, I thought this was for the best. So Hendrik, in a blind panic, wondering what the hell happened to this woman, rushes out into the storm. And he heads out down this now muddy path and is continuing to storm, lightning, thunder everywhere, all of this stuff. And he finally finds a strange cemetery. And standing outside of it with a weird, goofy grin on his face is the necromancer guy he had seen earlier. So he stops this guy and is like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you know where this, lady is? Do you know where this man's wife is? And the necromancer is like, yeah, I know where she is. She's in there. But you shouldn't interrupt her. Hendrik isn't listening to him, is just like, you're a psycho and all this. And then he heads off into the cemetery, hoping to find the wife. This is where the movie takes a turn from, okay, this is cool, interesting, weird thing, to what the fuck am I watching? Because he walks into the cemetery and he does find the wife, and it turns into a softcore porno where the wife is making out with her now resurrected dead ex-husband. And keep in mind, I was watching this with my parents, and I was maybe 14. I was like, what the fuck? What's even weirder is we finished the movie because all three of us were like, what the hell are we watching? And we're so caught up in trying to figure out what the frick we were watching that none of us really thought to actually turn it off. So the story continues. And it then cuts to present day. This guy is back, and he's once again in this lady's house, asking to resurrect his dead wife. And so she's like, so that's the tale of Hendrik. And the guy's like, okay, that's a weird-ass story, but I still want my wife back. And the old lady's like, okay. And then you can hear a strange crying, echoing through the building. And she's like, okay, I'll resurrect your wife. Let me just take care of this first. And she disappears, back into, the house a little bit. And she comes back with this weird freaking zombie child, infant, baby thing. It's like something you would see from Spare Halloween. Baby demon child in her arms. And following her is the now zombified old man, zombified Hendrik, zombified necromancer, and this once young lady, now old lady's zombified first husband. So she ended up with 4 zombie husbands and a zombie baby.
Doggies, you want to go outside?
And he, jumps up, starts freaking out because, oh, you have zombie husbands. Holy shit, no thank you.
Doggies,
and so he runs off. And she just starts laughing and laughing. It's like, well, I guess you didn't want to join the fun. And then it just zooms out from her laughing, still holding this zombie baby thing. And that was the end of the movie. We had no warning. There was no description for this movie. We were just like, oh, just weird horror movies. Okay, cool. That was not what we bargained for at all. It was not what we bargained for at all. And what's even weirder, compared to us not stopping the movie and continuing to watch it, is we watched another one. We watched like 2 more movies from here, from this like set. I ended up eventually watching all of them, and the first one was the only one that turned into a porno. All of the others were like very stereotypic horror movies that had this weird funky twist. But aside from that, they were still like stereotypic horror movies of like, oh, there's a serial killer, and then like the final person ended up becoming the serial killer, kind of wonky twists, or like the serial killer was secretly like obsessed with the final person, and they were trying to protect them, and so they end up joining the serial killer and type of stuff like that. But no, the first one we had to pick ended up being the one that was a porno. Because of course.
Of course.
Honestly, I blame Mom because that's exactly something Mom would do with her luck.
I can give you a mama story.
Tell me another mom story.
Mama story. She told me. This is way. She was like 12 years old in Chicago.
Oh dear.
And her mama was taking her to these movies.
Mm-hmm.
And they were supposed to see this movie of Puff the Magic Dragon. And there's like 4 12-year-old girls. And apparently the movie was wrong that they were told to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like porn.
But it
But
was,
sex. Movies that they went to watch. And they're like 4 12-year-old girls. So this is Mom 60, 50 years ago. So Grandma took it to the porn show.
Yep, accidentally took my daughter to porn. Come on, just break the pickaxe now. There we go. Can I have the torches?
But life is beautiful.
Ow!
Life is beautiful.
Will you two die already? How much health do the little rats have? There we go. There we go. So it should be... Yeah. And then water will be the same.
Yeah.
But I can't officially spill this one. Actually, no, I shouldn't do that. Give me the damn lava. I can make 2 more. I don't want to make full-on chests yet. Because I don't know what I want to do yet. Okay. I do want sticks. Oh, There's my timer.
Alright, we're
1, 2, 3.
winning. A little bit. I think so.
I'll just mix 2. This might be a little too far forward, actually. Maybe?
What now?
I'm breaking things.
That's alright. Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, no! Ah! No! It's on fire! Ah! No! No! my island's on fire!
Now that I'm thinking about stupid shit. So,
No, no! No! My island's on
didn't
fire!
Egypt enslave the Jews? And there was like Moses released the Jews from the Egyptians?
Oh, yeah. Yeah? What about it?
So the Jews are Israel now.
Yes. I believe.
So should we explode the pyramids? Oh, see, that ain't right.
Okay!
That ain't right.
That is... This is a very interesting question. That is not where I thought you were taking that. I don't know.
Or
Destroying history, regardless of what side, is still destroying history. Just because it is a darker side doesn't change the fact that it's still destroying history.
Or that, what is that? Gru has he stole the pyramids.
No, it wasn't Gru. It was Victor. Victor!
So he can steal the pyramids and like give them to the Jewish people.
I don't... Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if that's how that quite works, but maybe it is. You are asking the tough questions, Doge. I don't got the answers for you, though.
So reparation. They're talking about reparation for Native Americans. Even here, you know what? My great 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 great
For stuff like that, it shouldn't be an individual thing. Unless you were the one directly involved in it, it should be an individual thing.
Was a slave to the Roman Empire. Does that mean I get money? And I should get money first before the Native Americans or black people slaves. Because my shit happened earlier. Back in Roman days. in the OT2.
Woo! Do I have any more? I kind of want to finish my cobblestone generator before I call it.
And I hope you wanted extra cheese, because I extra cheese everything.
How much cheese did you put?
Most of that.
Oh dear.
I didn't cheese the corn.
Well, if the corn is mixed in, it's going to be cheesy anyway.
We have Mexican type lasagna and corn.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then there we go. So I just need a little bit more cobble. How am I? Thwack him! Definitely feels like that. I did stuffs. I don't know if it was good stuff. Probably not. Oh, no. I think I have enough. Then I just need to take this block because it's gonna look stupid otherwise. Give me the damn block. Put here. Lava. Lava. Yay!
Alright, find food.
Do I have more lava? You said you were delivering.
Oh.
What do you mean find food?
Oh my gosh, I gotta let a dog in. I gotta go pee, and then I'll deliver. And you want milk?
Either or. You can give me whatever you want.
Girl.
Okay. I'm gonna call it here. We have made I wanted to make a large one because we're gonna need a lot of cobblestone because I'm gonna do stupid stuff. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Hope you have a lovely day. And farewell.